Well, hey, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the Outpost. Today I've got a little project. Getting ready to build this timber frame. I'm going to start digging my footers. I've got everything laid out. I did that the other day. My neighbor, he's got a small backhoe attachment that goes on the back of a tractor, but this little project I'm going to have to work on before we can actually hook it up to my tractor to come up here. We're going to try to dig out where the posts are going to set. I'm going to cut out a foot thick and 2 foot square where the posts are going to set, and then I've got 12 of those, so we're going to have to dig 4 in each of 3 rows, and then I'm going to dig a 4-inch deep between each one of those, because primarily I'm going to build like a knee wall between the bottom of the floor and the ground to lay some rock up against. Instead of using blocks, I'm just going to back it with some of the wood that I've been cutting, just something to set the rocks up against and give it some support as I lay it up. Anyway, so it doesn't have to be real thick, just something that the animals, you know, can't quite tunnel under unless they want to tunnel under all the concrete. But anyway, I've got a little project, so let me take you back here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This right here is the project that I'm talking about. This is actually the seat that goes on that small backhoe, and as you can tell, it's kind of seen its better days. This is the bottom that you set on. Of course, this is the back. This is what the frame looks like on the back. Whoops. Anyway, what I'm going to do is try to take these bolts out. I do have a piece of wood right here that I'm going to cut for the bottom of this, and then I may use the remainder for the back, or I may use some of that slab wood that I cut up. But anyway, we've got to make a seat before we can actually hook this up and we can use it to dig with. So that's what we're going to work on today. You know, I forgot to tell you that this hoodie that I had on right here, actually really like it. We ordered some of these and they actually turned out really nice. Sawing and getting this stuff right here, I decided I'd go ahead and change my clothes. Thought I would tell you why I look different, because I did decide to change with all this sawdust flying. We'll go ahead and let that sit there a little bit and soak, and I'll take you over here and show you how I laid out for this cabin. What I did is I set a pin in the corner, and then I pulled a tape measure this way right here, and I pulled a tape measure that way. Now normally on a angle you would go like 3, 4, 5, but since I had to go quite a bit of a distance, I went ahead and went 6, 8, 10, and you can even go, you know, farther than that. But I was able to get a good string line going in both different directions, a good pull on it, and it was straight, measuring from corner to corner. I've got these little 20 penny nails that I have pushed in the ground. I've got them dead on, so this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and drive some stakes. I'm going to put some string line up here so that when we bring the tractor up here, we'll have something to go by, so that we'll get the ditches as straight as possible. But yeah, that's how you make a corner on a 90-degree angle. You pull 3, 4, 5, or you can double that if you're going a larger distance. Anyway, so I started with those 3 right there. Then what I did is I pulled that string and I went all the way down Let me zoom it in here. There's the other orange circle out there. Going to my other orange dot, and then I went right on out and pulled a string line to that one right there. Since my cabin measures 26 feet in depth and it measures 39 feet wide, I went down 39 feet, put another nail, just temporary, went down 39 feet this way, just temporary, measured between them, got it actually 26, then went from corner to corner, and I don't remember exactly what the measurement was, but I had to adjust them a little bit, just a little bit, to get them to follow the same as this corner right here. 26 this way, 39 that way. Got them dead on now, and I went ahead and painted them because we did get some rain last night and I didn't want to lose where the nails were at, because I actually pushed them all the way down where the head is actually even with the dirt. So when I pull my string line with my stakes, I'll be able to go right over the top of that, close to the ground, so that we can get our lines as close as possible. Well, I managed to get all of those bolts out of there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this up just a little bit, and I'm going to take a measurement right here for my seat, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the back on top of that. That's a line right there. Well, I managed to get 2 bolts in here and 2 bolts in here because I had wrenched 2 of them off, and then the nuts wouldn't go on the other 2 because they kind of got stripped. But these 2 will hold it until I get 2 more to put in here. But this actually turned out to be a very nice seat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and coat this with some linseed oil, because that will help to preserve the wood and keep it much longer than what had been, because the seat is removable, but still it can weather and get and deteriorate over time. So we're going to go ahead and coat it with linseed oil. Well, there you go, folks. Made my neighbor a new seat to go on the back of his little backhoe, and I'm going to have to get a couple of more bolts to put in there, but I've got its first coat of linseed oil on there. I'm going to go ahead and take this back up there, and we'll see what he has to say about it. Well, I just wanted you to come out here and see what you thought about this. Huh?
That's all right.
Isn't that all right?
That's all right, man.
The other 2 bolts twisted off.
Yeah.
When I was trying to get them out, and so I've got to have 2 here and 2 there, but I got 2 on each side that will hold it in there. But I got to have 2 more, and I put a coat of linseed oil on it.
I got some bolts we can put on. Good, good. That looks good.
I actually sat down and tried to kind of measure it to my fanny. I figured yours was smaller than mine.
Oh yeah,
but it should be a little comfortable.
I'm not near that crowd.
So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing put up, and I'll meet you all back up there.
And I'm going back out the shop and try to fix what he messed up the other day. Pull my wire up to my shop.
Well, he actually had trouble with his septic tank, and we got it dug out, we got the pipe fixed, we got the septic tank pumped out, and that little Kubota tractor, we dug a hole deep enough to put this truck in there. Anyway, but we got all that put together, and when I was trying to kind of backfill it before it rained, I actually scooped up some wires, and I thought, well, where in the world did those come from? They must have been just trash laying there until we tried to turn the lights on in his shop out there, and there wasn't anything, because that's what was feeding the shop. So was it my fault for scooping it up, or his fault for burying it too shallow? Leave us some comments. No, I'm just teasing. Anyway, all right, I'll meet you all back up there. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I didn't have a whole lot planned today because it had rained. I didn't want to try to haul any logs up out of the hollow and actually track back and forth on my house seat here. I did actually have one on the sawmill, and I've got a couple laying over here. But like I was saying earlier, my neighbor, he had trouble with his septic tank, and I needed to help him fix it. And then we actually cut his buried line going to his shop, so we had to fix that. And since he came up here the other day and he helped me kind of lay this out, I told him that if that little backhoe of his was working, that it would be nice if he could come up here and help me dig these footers out, because I do have 12 of them that are going to have to be at least a foot deep and 2 foot square. So and it's red clay here, so I kind of hate to try to tackle that, especially if it's dry, by hand. I mean, I don't mind doing it, but he's got that little hoe that we could put on the back of my tractor and bring it up here, but the seat was destroyed, so that's the reason I offered to bring it up here and see if I couldn't fix it for him. By the way, we've got the Halloween giveaway that's coming up real soon. Be sure you go down to the Halloween video itself and click on that, and go down there and subscribe in the comment section and get your name in there for that drawing. And like I have been saying, we're doing monthly giveaways now on a regular basis. We've got some great prizes that we're giving out, so be sure and stay tuned and check out these videos so that you can go in there and make comments to get your names included in that. Also, my son and I, we just want to thank everybody that has been subscribing and following our channel. We are so grateful to you guys for supporting us and the things that we're doing up here. So we just want to say from our heart to you, a big thank you, and that was one of the reasons that we started these giveaways, to try to give back to you for helping to support us. So we hope you're excited about these giveaways. We're trying to make the items very worthwhile, something that you can use to get outdoors and do things, you know, because it's so nice to be able to get outside and in nature and create things and using your hands and skills and making things happen. But anyway, we hope everyone has a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you at the Outpost in the future.